Over the past few years, Chinese automakers have taken such a pace of work on new automotive projects that the world has ceased to be surprised by their creations. As soon as everyone began to accept the fact that the Hawales, Geeleys and Cherries did not fall apart or rot in a few years, and even moreover, they began to win the market from German and Korean cars, then new strange glowing logos immediately began to appear in the traffic flow: Exceeds and Zikers Changans, Lees, Biv Wai Di, and Omods. Many of them have already been called killers of BMW Mercedes and other market leaders. People switch from Audi to Ziker or from Range Rover to U8 and say that they never regret it. Only time will tell whether this is true, but the fact that the Chinese can no longer be stopped in their automotive experiments is a fact. In this issue, we invite you to take a look at Chinese cars that you probably haven't seen yet, namely the most amazing concept cars, but as practice has shown, Chinese concepts very quickly turn from exhibition samples into production models. For example, the Biv Wai Di Yu8 a year ago rode around exhibitions, and today you can already see it in traffic. So, we present to your attention a selection of the most promising Chinese concept cars, some of which you are likely to see in your city in the near future. Coro's Milestone. This unique concept looks like the original sketch of an automobile designer. Sharp edges and right angles are the main feature of the body contours, and we must admit that the appearance of this car turned out excellent. The most notable feature of the car is the sliding doors. Once activated, they slide outwards and then slide towards the outer edges of the car. When creating such a door design, Chinese engineers were most likely inspired by the decision of Japanese engineers with their legendary minivans. Standard solutions were not considered when creating the interior of this car. Inside, there are sliding front seats that can be moved back to cover the rear seats. This turns the concept into a spacious room for two. True, in this case you won't be able to reach the steering wheel, so you'll have to switch to autonomous mode. Since the driver does not need to concentrate on driving as the car has a new generation autopilot, the concept was equipped with a holographic projection system that turns the windshield into an entertainment system. It is controlled by a detachable remote control mounted on the steering wheel. Link Plus Co. 03 Plus Cyan Concept. Link Co. is a sub-brand of the Chinese Geely, which also owns Lotus and Volvo. 03 Plus Cyan is a full-fledged car with an internal combustion engine with 528 real gasoline power. Link Co. Link & Co. is primarily focused on the domestic Chinese market, and for the rest of the world the company created a subsidiary brand Ziker with the intention of selling cars internationally. And by the way, it's worth admitting that they succeeded. Zikers are lining up queues of people wanting to buy them. The Link Co. 03 Cyan sedan has a unique front part of the car, already recognizable today thanks to the Ziker, and a rear part reminiscent of an Audi in outline. The Swedish racing team Cyan Racing worked on this car in collaboration with the Geely Group Motorsport department. The resulting Link Co. 03 Cyan Concept Road Sedan is a racing car adapted for public roads. Directly from the race cars, the sedan received a suspension with adjustable shock absorbers, brakes with 6-piston mechanisms, a sequential gearbox with steering wheel paddles, and a differential with disc locking. Xpeng HT Aero Flying Car. Perhaps the most incredible of all the concepts on this list is the flying car from Spain. The company was founded in 2013 and their first designs were more like large flying drones with a seat for the pilot. Since then, the company has been developing steadily and presenting more and more flying car concepts to the world, and the first production car is scheduled for production in 2024. It looks like a real car of the future. There are two folding propellers that allow the car to lift off the ground. The idea of a flying car has been presented many times, however, not a single manufacturer has been able to create it in a complete and functional form. We can only hope that XPeng will be able to finalize its concept and begin serial production. At the moment, the company has managed to create a full-fledged car, which has undergone test flights. The new car combines flight and driving scenarios. In appearance, it is close to a two-door coupe. It has a short headline that extends into the A-pillars. It has transparent doors, which increases visibility during flight. This flying car uses cameras instead of mirrors for better aerodynamics. And its wheels are covered with aerodynamic covers. The main feature of this prototype is the rotors located on its roof. There are a total of 8 rotors attached to the frame. In this case, the screws can be hidden in the body when the car is on the ground. Another interesting concept presented by GAC is a concept car called Era on hydrogen fuel cells. The car has a futuristic body, a transformable interior, a huge display and a hydrogen-powered power plant. The iconic model embodies a vision of the future, GAC notes. But whether it will be reborn into a production car remains unknown. The Era goes beyond a simple car and represents a visionary statement about the future of new energy vehicle design. Fan Zheng, Vice President of GAC's Research and Development Center, described the concept. Indeed, the car looks unique in appearance. It is difficult to discern the features of conventional cars. This concept is not like anyone else and does not imitate anyone. The Era is built on the GAC multi-energy platform and features a hydrogen fuel cell setup with motors on the rear axle. In total, they produce 540 horsepower, and on a full tank, according to engineers, the car should travel at least 800 kilometers. This unusual all-terrain vehicle was created by the international team of the concern. The body was designed in Milan, the interior was developed in Los Angeles, and the construction was carried out by the Chinese headquarters. It is argued that the concept opens a new era in the design of the GAC concern, so even if the concept does not go into production, then the new models of the concern will most likely be similar to something similar. The Voya brand showed an electric car of the future without a steering wheel or pedals. The iCozy concept debuted at the Shanghai Auto Show, and with its example, the company demonstrated the possibility of combining Chinese aesthetics with future technologies. The design of the show car is based on ancient Chinese mythology and uses the shapes of mountains and seas. This is how company representatives explained the appearance of their creation. The car has neither a steering wheel nor pedals, so passengers can only admire how gracefully Chinese aesthetics and future technologies are intertwined in the interior. Almost the entire width of the front panel of the concept is occupied by the display. In front of him is a king glove box, or something like that. The idea behind Voya iCozy is simply encrypted in the name of the concept. The car should be perceived as a secluded corner, a physical embodiment of the popular concept of third space. which describes the car as a place for communication and content consumption. Engineers are hinting, but what's more, they are openly stating that in modern cars there will be no need to monitor the road situation. The car will do everything itself, and you will mind your own business on the road. No more need to pay the driver. If you like to ride in the back seat, pay the Chinese engineers better.